Hello again everyone, Metal1120 back for more Let's Playing of Assassin's Creed 2. In the last part, we witnessed the birth of an assassin and said Arrivederci Abstergo. And with the help of Lucy's newly uncovered ass-kicking abilities, made it to this particular hideout, where we met Rebecca Crane and Sean Hastings, who you can see off in the distance, fellow assassins. And Animus 2.0. Which we will now jump into.
So how does this work? Of course.
Deep breath.
Ah! Oh, what are you, a tiny child?
Sean!
Well...
What she said.
Here we go.
As Desmond passes out. You play action completed. I think that may be only for PS3 users, but do not quote me by any means. Controls are much the same as the last Assassin's Creed game, except you have a lot more weapon choices. We'll get to that when we get to them. And Eagle Vision does not require a full synchronization bar anymore. You can do it whenever you want. Just hold down the triangle button. Now, the first-time viewer will be saying, now where the hell are we? We are in the Florentine Republic, Repubblica Fiorentina, 1476. That's right, Renaissance Italy. And we are about to meet our assassin at his youngest, when we can actually control him, full-blown control. There he is, in all his teenage glory.
Insieme per la vittoria!
Vittoria agli assassini!
Silenzio, my friends! Silenzio! Grazie. Do you know what brings us here tonight? Honor. Vieri de Pazzi slanders my family's name and forces his own miseries upon us. If we... Enough of your nonsense, Grullo!
Speaking of Vieri di Pazzi.
Buonasera, Vieri. We were just talking about you. I'm surprised to see you here. I thought the Pazzi hired others to do their dirty work. It's your family that cries for guards when there's trouble. Codardo. Afraid to handle things yourself. Your sister seemed quite satisfied with the handling I gave her earlier.
Oh, burn!
Uccidetelo!
Good throw. And we actually get an explanation for the crescent-shaped scar on the lip there, the mouth. Ezio Auditore da Firenze, from his teenage years up to his death, is voiced by the wonderful and talented Roger Craig Smith. You will also recognize him as the voice of Chris Redfield in Resident Evil 5 and 6. And this is just a thinly disguised tutorial to how the rest of the past version of the game is going to go. You just beat the ever-living snot out of people. Your sync bar, as you can see, is up in the upper left corner. And now we... oh, well, not quite. I thought we moved on to the Vieri di Pazzi. Your health bar is up in the upper left corner. We'll get to what the picture...
Behind you. Federico! What are you doing here? I wanted to see if baby brother finally went out to fight.
I will explain what that picture next to your health meter is for when we get to it. Your button controls are in the top right corner. Your weapon of choice is in the bottom left. Quick tutorials and notes will appear on the left-hand side of the screen. Bottom left-hand, as I said, is your weapon choice. You will also see the writing 0 with the letter F in italics. The F stands for florins, and they are your currency in this game. Yes, this game actually has a currency system as opposed to the first one, which had no currency whatsoever and only 4 weapons to work with. Will you stop killing me? You too! Jeez!
Hold on. What? We've almost won this. Your lip. Just a scratch. Let the doctor decide. It's not necessary. Besides, I've no money for this doctor of yours. Wasted it on women and wine, huh? I'd hardly call it wasted. Give me some florins then. Or have you done the same? There's bound to be something in the pocket.
Boys will indeed be boys. Okay, loot 200 florins to pay the doctor. One of these guys actually does have a bunch of florins on him, like 190 plus. Oh, there's one of them. 109. Is this another one of them? No, he's just got 25. How about this guy? There we go.
Let's get out of here before the guards arrive.
And in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen, lastly, you get a mini-map, like a radar or such. And then just below your button controls, database entries will appear. You can access them by pressing the select button. Federico Auditore. Date of birth, 1456. Profession, student, noble. Ezio's older brother, and the eldest Auditore, Federico entered the Medici Bank as a clerk when he was 19. However, the bank logs indicate he mostly dicked around rather than actually working. One entry goes into detail. On September 17, 1475, a bag of gold florins went missing. After panic struck the bank, the elder Auditore approached Francesco Sassati, and with a smile revealed the location of the bag, which had been hidden on the rooftop. If he weren't the son of Giovanni Auditore, I'd speak to Lorenzo de' Medici and have him put in the stocks. Unsurprisingly, Federico was removed from the bank's payroll shortly after his 20th birthday. And just above the minimap is where your autosave icon will appear. Really quick before we talk to Federico, armed hand is square, whether it be sword or hidden blade, which you will get, both of which you will get later, bare fist or whatever. Unarmed hand circle will interact with bodies on the ground. For example, you can loot them or carry them and dump them over the bridge. I have done this. X controls your legs. It allows you to move faster. And if you press and hold the triangle button, you will go into Eagle Vision. And the best part is, you do not need to have a full synchronization bar. Now, if you hold down the R1 button, all of these actions will go into high profile. The other one was low profile, which are more socially acceptable. And if you hold down the R1 button, the labels turn white, which indicate a change to high profile, which is basically more action oriented. Here you can run around, full-blown punch people, shove them out of the way. Eagle Vision is still there. But if you hold down the X button while you're running around, you can sprint, and even go so far as to free run up a building. When you make a jump, if you hold the control stick forward while you are falling, you will roll forward and avoid a bit of damage. The threshold for damage from falling is 9 meters. That's just straight falling. Falling with a forward roll, the damage threshold is 12 meters. Okay, so I think that about covers everything for now. Let's talk to Federico.
Hurry, Ezio. The sooner we're done with the doctor, the sooner we can sleep.
Although I'm pretty sure Ezio, my boy, has other things on his mind. Ugh, you are looking horrible. You should see the other guy. As you can see, the sun is now setting, so we actually have a bit of a sense of the passage of time in this game. There are no, whoops. I hate when I do that. Because Ezio actually moves a little faster when he's free running than just about anybody else in the game. Thank God Federico waits for you. I haven't played this sequence in quite a while. I haven't played this game in quite a while. Where are you going, Federico? The doctor is over this way. My horrible stereotypical Italian accent. Ooh, Santa Trinita. Constructed over an existing church in 1258, Santa Trinita, or Holy Trinity, is known for its Sassetti Chapel, which is decorated with frescoes of the life of Saint Francis by Domenico Ghirlandaio, a painter most famous for his brief role as one of Michelangelo's teachers. Santa Trinita was the mother church of the Vallambrosian order of monks, a very serious group that strictly enforced both poverty and silence for life. Despite the beauty of the Santa Trinita frescoes, very few Vallambrosian monks are likely to have seen them. Vallombrosan, on account of the fact that monks received beatings for going outside their monasteries.
Ben trovato, Doctor. Fratelli auditori, why am I not surprised? You've made quite a mess of yourself, young man.
You should
Nothing, really. You must help him. That pretty face is his only asset.
go fuck yourself.
There we are. Now get out of here.
Grazie. Rebecca says, that doctor should be able to heal you if you pay him. And Sean says, diagrams of the human body and the printing press influenced Renaissance medicine greatly, which had in turn been influenced by Arabic medicine during the Middle Ages. By the 15th century, science had already begun its slow climb toward becoming more relevant than spirituality in the fields of healthcare. However, many people stubbornly clung to old ways, visiting local mystics instead of doctors. After the plague ravaged Europe in 1350, many doctors dressed in special plague gear to treat patients. To prevent contamination, they wore a cape coated in wax and a primitive gas mask in the shape of a beak.
This way. Quite a night. Indeed. I only wish they were all as much fun. Oh, wait. They are. We should head home, Ezio. Father's sure to be wondering where we've gone. Yes. I'd rather avoid a lecture. Up for a little race, then? To where? Roof of that church.
Time for a little friendly piece of sibling rivalry.
On the count of three. Uno, due, tre.
Easiest way to beat him is to just climb up the side of the church.
I almost feel bad about this.
Bubble.
No shame in failure, brother. Come on, then. This way. Where are you going? You'll see.
Move your Italian ass, Federico.
It is a good life we lead, brother. The best. They never change. And may it never change us.
Indeed. Ubisoft presents Assassin's Creed 2.
All right. Enough of that. We really should head home. Let's go. Wait. What? Ezio, let Christina sleep. There will be time enough for that. Later.
Ezio, you dog. He's always looking for a nightcap. The beautiful Cristina Vespucci. Big-time history students may recognize that last name of Vespucci. Look at Federico just chilling under the cross. And now the game is going to show us how to do a leap of faith. A very entertaining way to get down from a building very fast. You do acquire a haystack, though.
So it's Vieri. Better hide. Keep looking! He couldn't have gotten far.
Okay, we go that way. Hide from enemies in haystacks, wells, and rooftop hutches. You may or may not have seen a rooftop hutch already. I saw a quick database entry there. Recent entries. Casa de Vespucci. Built by a distant great-great-uncle of the famous Amerigo Vespucci in 1350, the relatively unpresumptuous Vespucci residence is notable for displaying the first painted facade in Florence, a style that was later done to death in the Oltrarno district.
Christina!
Who's there?
Me.
Oh, Ezio. I should have known.
May I come in?
Fine, but only for a minute.
A minute is all I need.
Indeed.
Well, wait. That you're wrong.
Merde.
Come here.
Oh, Ezio.
Now, they don't actually show anything here, so I actually can keep the camera trained on this.
Oh, Ezio.
But unfortunately, the nightcap lasts a little longer than Ezio meant it to, and it ends up in the next morning.
Christina! Here you are. Your tutor will be here soon. Come, my daughter. Is it really so terrible that... Carne, what is this? Perdonate, messere. Chiedo legna. I'll kill you! No, that's not necessary. Guards! Guards! Voglio la sua testa! No! There's really no need for violence.
What Ezio said. I have a feeling that's going to be my catchphrase for this Let's Play. What such and such said.
You have me confused with someone else. She needed some help with
Some things.
mostly innocent.
Mostly being the key word there. Ezio, you are such a dog. Thought I heard somebody mention Christ. I'm like, what? I just wait it out. Race is unlocked. Well, we'll get into exploring this game further in the next episode. I will leave you with a with a quick escape from the town guards. Excuse me. And then we will check out the databank entry that Sean made for us. Actually, there's two we need to check out. Completed in 1473, the Palazzo Auditore is notable for its rusticated stonework and Roman pilasters. Giovanni Auditore designed the palazzo himself, based on initial sketches by Leone Battista Alberti. Once built, the palazzo became a fixture of the Santa Maria Novella district. Lorenzo de' Medici mentioned in a letter addressed to Giovanni, dated 1474, that he admired the facade's lack of ostentation. And then, you may as well look at Ezio. In a diary entry from 1474, Maria Auditore, one of the great Florentine chroniclers and Ezio's mother, describes her son as competitive, stubborn, and loud-mouthed, but so passionate that it is impossible to fault him for anything. Complaints to the city guard by several noble patricians seem to suggest he was also something of a womanizer. Tutored by the great banker Giovanni Tornabuoni, Ezio's school records cease around age 17, at which point his name is connected with some terrible crime. It is impossible to discern what it could be from the records. There's very little here, but afterward Ezio drops out of history entirely, as if he never existed. Oh, he existed. We're just going to find out exactly what happened to him. So with that, I say for the time being, arrivederci. And if you like this video, then subscribe to my channel down below this video. Big red button. Give me lots of thumbs ups to the right of said button. And be sure to check out my other parts if you like this one. Okay? This is Luke Lynch signing off. I will talk to y'all later.